When Jesse Jackson ran for president in 1984, he was hailed as a messenger, though his message was all but ignored. Now, on the eve of Super Tuesday, it appears both message and messenger are beginning to break through. Jackson shows strength in the North, in the South, and the Midwest, though political analysts still label him unelectable. As Marcus Jones reports, Jackson's viability is in the eyes of the beholder.
The next president of the United States, Jesse Jackson!
This is the man the media and political analysts call the most unelectable candidate in the race for the White House. Yet his support seems to grow with each passing caucus and primary.
We look back at the first two games in Iowa and here in New Hampshire. We defied the odds. We've been winning uphill battles. I rise to declare that I can and announce to you this day my decision to seek the nomination of the Democratic Party for the presidency of the United States of America.
In 1984, Jackson made history simply by running. This year, Jackson is making history by winning. Winning the support, that is, of voters beyond his black base.
We couldn't have done it without Jesse, and we need him.
I think the Southern's going to go with Jesse Jackson, personally. You know, the South is strong, you know, for Jesse Jackson, I believe.
Why not? Seriously, why not?
In places like Maine, Vermont, and Minnesota, to name a few, voters have looked beyond the pessimists and cast their votes for the candidate they believe in. This man, the one experts say is unelectable.
I think it's time they quit saying that. All they're doing is trying to build a negative image, and I think that's wrong.
Because so many people say it, there must be something obvious about Jackson that makes him the most unelectable candidate. Maybe it's his views.
Our challenge is to face the fact it doesn't make sense for us to be over-dependent on foreign energy in the Persian Gulf, with all wells capped in Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. We ought to have a policy in this country. Every youth who has a mind to learn and a will to work ought to have the option of going to college. I believe in a strong defense, but it should always correlate with our needs, not with our imagination. Its purpose must be to deter war, defend us if we must fight, defeat the enemy, and protect our interests. The Reagan budget does not do that.
Let me just follow up on
Maybe Jackson's problem is he can't change his skin color. He can't go back and pick his parents or his ancestors. None of us can do that.
If the issue is my race, leave that to God. If the issue is my credentials, leave that to the American public.
He talked about a lot of things a lot of the rest of these guys are afraid to talk about, you know, but the fact of the matter is that Jackson trying to convince, you know, the American people that he is something beyond just a black candidate and getting through the media coverage of him as a black candidate, it's like taking a rowboat up against the Nimitz. I mean, you know, the guy's got no shot. He just can't break through, and I don't think that's fair, but I think that's the reality of the situation.
Jesse Jackson may be labeled as the most unelectable candidate, but more and more voters see him as a winner.
Can Jesse win? Can Jesse win?
For the 10 o'clock news, I'm Marcus Jones.